All right. Thank you, Charlie. Now to tonight's topic. We're talking about RAD training. And let me just say quickly, this is some cool stuff. This is a program designed for women specifically. RAD stands for Rape Aggression Defense System. And it's all about it's empowering women. Tonight we're lucky enough to have, see the guy with the t-shirt and the funky looking haircut in the middle? You can see, okay, you see him now? That's Mike Charbonnier. Mike's sitting next to me, and that's Eric Krause in the red suit, I believe. Is that you, Eric?
It's either me. No, that's
me. Enjoying that.
I'm the one
without any further ado, let's take a look at tonight's guests. What a motley looking crew. Charbonnier's been here before. Krause, rookie, but I've seen your work. Real quick about the picture with the pipes and the drums. Joe Cheever's at the Franciscan Hospital. You're a member of the Gaelic Column.
I am, yes.
And that was your drum?
That was my snare drum that he was playing. He was quite talented, that young man. I think they needed to get him a full set. He played the big bass drum and the other drum at the same time. He had a nice little beat going.
And you guys do that, well, you guys do it a lot, but I mean, primarily before the week before St. Patty's. What's it about? Just getting out and spreading some St. Patrick's Day cheer kind of thing?
Yeah, so we made a trip to Ireland this year, so we missed quite a few things here in the local level, but we had a lot of fun over there.
You guys do that every year. I love it, because I think Joe Cheever's the last couple of years, you picture him, if not the Franciscan, other hospitals, and it's great. You guys do great stuff. That said, RAD training. And Dave just rolled video in as you see fit, but you guys are dressed up in red suits, looking kind of funky, kind of Martian-like. What is RAD? I know it stands for Rape Aggression Defense System, but Mike, off the top, what is it?
Well, it's a program that we adopted. I started about 8 years ago. I was trained when I was working in the community service office in Area A. The system itself has been around for since 1989, and it gives women options to defend themselves, whether it's running, striking, kicking
to
yelling,
sensitive areas.
Kicking to sensitive areas, that's part of it.
We'll talk about that in a second.
But there's 4 risks of personal safety that we teach. It's risk awareness, risk reduction, risk recognition, and risk avoidance.
Okay.
And that's 90% of it. Teaching women that they are walking down the street, someone's walking towards them, cross the street, if you have the slightest inclination that there's something wrong here. But that being said, you can't always do that. There are going to be situations where there will be a confrontation. So we like to give the women options as to what it is.
Before you continue, so you've been involved with 13 years roughly?
No, I've been about almost 9 years.
All right, 9 years. Eric, are you relatively new to it, or how long you guys been doing it? I should say, coming from E13, serving Jamaica Plain. You guys, I know just that video, thanks to you, is from one of the courses you guys were doing. How long have you been doing it for?
For about 2 years. That was just a course that we had done over Dorchester with their community service office. So we all work together around the city when we do have courses, and we all need to work off of each other.
Let me ask you, do you like the program?
We like it a lot, yeah.
Okay, and Mike, back to you, what do you like about it? What are you teaching?
I think that this particular program is the best program the Boston Police Department offers to the residents and to the employees who work here.
Okay.
They leave with something after the 4 nights, and every woman who's ever taken it, I've probably trained 400 or 500 women.
Whoa.
And,
400 to 500?
Every one of them, maybe a little exaggerated, but
give or take 2 or 3.
Give or take 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Billy Jones
loves the course.
Okay. Love the course. And they say they love the course. What do they love about? I mean, I know as core it's about empowering women and giving them some tools that, like you said, God forbid an attack happens, that they have kind of a game plan in their head. But it's about empowerment. What kind of things do you stress?
Well, most of the women come into a course. They've never had a fist fight. Yeah. Some of them don't even know how to make a fist. And the reality is that most men probably haven't had a real fist fight in their lifetime. I mean, you know.
I like this. Yeah, slap and pinch, right? Good.
But teaching women that they have the power to hurt somebody is what we teach.
Well, not to cut you off, and Eric, you can pick up on it. This woman here looks like she knows how to kick, punch, and do some damage.
Right, and this is the last night of the 4-night course.
So, I mean, do you guys feel, I mean, the suits look pretty protective, but do you ever have a moment where you're feeling some pain? Or
they work pretty well. They do, but yeah, you feel it. It comes through the pad, and I think a lot of the women surprise themselves, and when they see how much effective some of their strikes are, the punches, how much power they have.
The power within. So you guys unleash the power within, essentially.
But we're also not teaching them that they can go blow for. I mean, a guy 240 pounds like myself can't. You know, a woman who's 130 pounds can't go blow for blow. But she can hurt me and get away from me after a good kick to the crotch or a good thumb in the eye.
Well, that's a great point, because you emphasize it's not about standing and saying, okay, bring it, let's go.
Right.
It's about quick shot, avoid, run away, get out of there, but do something that's going to enable you to
It's surviving.
survive. Thank you, surviving.
Escape.
And in the vids, you guys do something neat. Now, the women step up, and I think you guys say, okay, this guy's going to come out of nowhere and attack you, and then you tell them which direction to run for safety. And then it seems like they run in the wrong way every time, and you're just like, wait a second, you just ran into an alley, you haven't escaped yet. What are they? What happens there?
They're under stress, and we kind of build up to the last day, and they get caught up in the moment. They get tunnel vision, and then they'll do that. They'll run for the wrong side of the room, which they've cornered themselves. And then
you're like,
we make them fight their way back out for the exit. We clearly say, this is the exit, and you have to get out that exit.
400 or 500 women you say you taught, like this particular course, that was the culmination of, what is it? Is it 4 days long, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. What was there, 15 people in that course?
There wasn't. That was a pretty good size.
15 in the course, 4 days, and the commitment's 4 days and what? 3
hours.
3 hours long?
3 hours a night.
So are you guys doing that every night with the suits, or
No,
do you build up to that?
that's the graduation.
Okay.
That's the simulation we call
That's
it.
great. I like that. Graduation.
The first day is mostly a presentation. We typically do like a PowerPoint or use the manual, and we talk a lot about awareness when you're out in public, paying attention.
Yep.
You know, we've seen a lot of instances around Jamaica Plain where people are walking around glued to the phones, the devices. So we talk about a lot of that, and then we go into the physical part of it for the next.
Well, just touch on that, because here's the thing: you tell them all the time. You know, there are things you can do to make yourself less of a target, less of a victim. The distraction part, the fact that people do get caught up on the phone, get the headphones in. What's the message that you'd share relative to the distractions?
Well, especially during prime times when you're coming home, commuter times, coming back from work, and maybe walking, in Jamaica Plain, we have the corridor, areas like that can become somewhat isolated.
Kind of
so you really
isolated.
need to
Walking
pay
alone
attention.
obviously isn't a good move.
Yeah, walking alone, try to walk with a friend if you can.
Okay.
But paying attention, keeping your head up, looking confident is really important.
The key is also that this isn't just about Freddy Krueger jumping out of an alley.
Right.
It's, the lunatic bicycle courier that's flying down the street at 80 miles an hour, the pothole that if you're paying attention to your surroundings, it's less likely you're going to get yourself into a jam, whether it's a rapist or a car that's someone talking on the cell phone driving down the street in the car. Awareness, reduction, recognition, avoidance, you're protecting yourself. We're not going to be there 99.9% of the time to protect the average citizen walking down the street.
Right.
We usually show up after the fact. But if people can empower themselves, learn how to protect themselves, that's 90% of it.
So be aware, be alert, distractions to a limit, or limit all distractions. So over the 4-day course, what kind of changes do you see? I imagine women show up, or anybody shows up for a physical defense class, there's, like you said, apprehension, some fear. What kind of changes do you see? I'll start with you, Eric.
Well, we definitely see at the end of it, what we do is we obviously we tape it, and then we show them the video.
And thank you, by the way, for taping it, by the way.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's most appreciated.
And we have them watch the video so they can see, because you do experience that tunnel vision and they're not really seeing how they react. And they really do surprise themselves to see how they do react, how physical they get. Sometimes they knock us to the ground, they're supposed to escape. Sometimes they stick around and throw a few more shots into us.
Okay, they get yelled at for doing that?
No.
You've already gotten away. All right, enough already.
A little.
But let me, okay, so you see the confidence grow from day 1 to day 4. What's going on here in the training itself, though? You guys are trying to create an attack situation. This woman's walking down the street, and what are you saying to them? What's kind of...
Well, we tell them to use their voice. The voice empowers, and of course it also feeds oxygen into, which is crucial.
Okay.
So if they're not using both what we've taught them, both the physical as well as the verbal skills, then we're going to do everything we can to prohibit them from escaping.
So I'm watching this, and I know you guys are saying, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. When you do hear them, what should they be saying? Get away from me, help, I'm being attacked, fire?
Commands, short direct commands. No, get away.
Yep.
Or they may choose to use other type of colorful language.
Yeah, which we
Whatever
can't.
works.
This is a family show, by the way. I meant to tell you guys off the top, so I don't want to hear any F-bombs.